Welcome back. This is episode 3, I think, in our series on compiling apps in Haiku. So we've seen how to just directly compile a C program from the command line and how to use a simple pre-made makefile. But sometimes things are more complicated. So here I've got a little bit of source code. Let's have a look at it. HTML. So that's a little program to strip all HTML codes from a file and just leave you with the text. Sounds good, huh? Let's see what the install file said. Right, configure shell script. And do we have one? Yes, there it is. All right, let's just identify that. So, we have a look at this. You'll see guess values for system-dependent variables and create makefiles. Generated by GNU AutoConf. All right, and this is a very simple one. All right, let's. Oh, there's an install sh. Identify that and open with PE. Let's have a look at that. It looks very generic. Okay, let's see if we can get this installed. Now, before we go on, you see this file and that one. Those files contain information on different operating systems. And they can be very problematic because if they're too old, then they don't know about Haiku. So what I like to do is replace them. With a set that I know contains the information for Haiku because it's from the Haiku system itself. So that's usually what I do first. Okay, what did I do wrong there? Sorry. I didn't give a destination. There we go. So these are now up to date. Right, so it's and let's see what's missing on this system, if anything. Okay. Got a little warning, but that's no big deal. And now it has created a makefile for us. That's very nice. So if there was any dependency that was missing, then configure would have told us that. Okay, let's make it. And I'm not getting any. There is my executable. Okay, so let's test that. Yeah, seems to be working. If you can find a help output, then the rest of the program will most likely work as well. Obviously, this is something I'd already compiled before. I knew it was going to work. Yeah, I don't really want to sit here with you for 2 hours trying to figure out what could possibly have gone wrong. Right, now let's try something else. Right, that will remove any temporary files. Now, let's make a new folder here, call it D. Call it anything you like, really. And let's say prefix. Sorry. Right, drag that in. Okay, no spaces, please. All right, let's try that again. Now, if we say no, it doesn't work. Sometimes that does work, and then it will install it to where you said the prefix was. It's just a question of how the configure was set up. Let's have a look at it. So in this particular case, it didn't work because it is hard-coded into the configure script. But there are other cases where that does work, and you can tell it to move everything to wherever you said the prefix was. Right? Which saves a lot of time when you're packaging stuff. Okay, so in this case it doesn't really matter because it's just a single executable. But sometimes you have, libraries that are being compiled, and you have data files that need to be in just the right place, and then it can help to say, when you finish making it, then make install it to that directory. And obviously it couldn't work here because we don't have a usr/local/bin on Haiku. Okay, so that's it. That is a very classical way of compiling a program. It is going out of fashion. There are more recent variations of that, which we are going to get in following episodes. But you can, of course, configure, do it all in one go. So, and that ampersand means configure it, and if there are no errors, continue to make it. So you can do it on one line if you want. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.